کاوش مدیا.
But Iran's advances exceed anything that had been anticipated. We've really crossed a threshold, and some of this is in response to President Trump's maximum pressure. Iranian revolutionary paranoia set in. Iran accelerated its program, both its nuclear program and its missile program, and it has made significant progress. Now, we all know that or we believe anyway, that the supreme leader, the politicos in Iran have not made what is a political decision to actually get the bomb. But if it should cross that threshold, Iran is now dangerously close to being able to actually get there. The Iranians who have invented chess and who are masters at brinksmanship, time is running out, really running out. And we could maybe pull off a miracle at the end of the day, but I think the new regime in Tehran is feeling quite heady. And, there's no guarantee at all that they will go back as they promised. And even if we should get back to the 2015 deal, the danger is that Iran also has another front that is very worrisome, and that's Iran's missile program, which over the past 5 years has, again, exceeded all expectations by Iran now has a missile that can hit 2,000 kilometers away, deep into China to the east, Russia to the north, as far south as Ethiopia and Somalia, and as far west as Greece. There's no country in the world that has a 2,000-kilometer missile that doesn't have a nuclear weapon. So let me turn to the second flashpoint, which is Iran's interventions in the wider Middle East. Iran's network of allies and proxies is arguably broader and better than at any time since the Revolutionary Guards fostered the creation of Hezbollah in 1982. Iran is not just identified partners to align with, which is the usual route to creating an alliance. It's actually gone out into the region and created allies, which is in many ways kind of unprecedented. And in turn, some of those groups like Hezbollah have their own little franchises, little subgroups that it operates, some small in neighborhoods, some operating just in cities. But we've got a huge coalition with subgroups now across the Middle East. Effectively, if you want to kind of compare what Iran has done, it's kind of its own version of a NATO alliance, in that there's a military agreement where each has pledged to go out and defend the others if they come under threat. And remember, the problem with some of these proxies is that Iran over the last few years has also accelerated the deployment of rockets and missiles and what they call these precision kits, where engineers can transform these imprecise rockets into longer range, very precise missiles. And that's one of the most dangerous things. Iran has used the old smuggling routes in the Middle East, the flow of the Dows through the Gulf, to transfer parts and whole missiles to its proxies. So and over the last few years, we've seen Iran becoming more belligerent, more bellicose, more confident, more daring in its regional activities. We saw that with the strike on U.S. forces in Iraq 2 years ago after the U.S. assassinated General Soleimani, the Iranian general who orchestrated Iran's foreign operations. It was the attack on al-Assad base where U.S. forces were stationed in Iraq was the largest missile attack ever by American forces anywhere in the world since 1953, since the Korean War. We've seen it play out recently this month with the attacks by the Houthis on the United Arab Emirates, in which the United States actually got involved in using Patriot missiles to shoot them down.
آنچه در مورد ما میگویند